10 years ago, my life was pretty bad.
It all started when Jason was 12. He was suffering from social anxiety and turned to alcohol.
I'd sneak some alcohol at my parents' bar. I started self-medicating because of the social anxiety, because of depression. The struggle with social anxiety, wanting to fit in, all turned at the first middle school dance that wasn't at the school. It was at something called the True Blue Club. I always wanted to be able to be the life of the party and on the dance floor. That night, somebody offered me alcohol. It was easier to fit in if I was drinking. Not only did I get on the dance floor, they had it was an oldies dance, and I won a twist contest. Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Then Jason goes to college.
I got the opportunity to go to college. I had an offer for a Division I football team. I told myself, since I drank in high school, that I'd be less likely I wouldn't go crazy in college. I was extremely wrong. After starting school, my best friend died in a car wreck, and my roommate took his life with a sawed-off. Started drinking for 4 days. I was asked not to return to college. Mid to early 20s, I fell off a ladder, and then they started me on opiates. That's when everything went sideways. Somebody I worked with said, those pills are the same thing as heroin. That's the first time I tried snorting heroin. Through that process, losing my job, my car, the house, I started using cocaine a lot more, drinking all the time. I got arrested 3 times within 3 months after using for 18 years. I remember sitting in a basement one night with a bunch of people, and it was the first time I couldn't remember the last time I didn't use anything. So there really wasn't a day that year that I didn't get high.
A worried mother will stop at nothing to make sure that their kids are okay. Jason's mom did just that.
I was walking around, I had very little time on my track phone, and I was saving that to get drugs. That's what I did. And my mom would call, I didn't have the minutes to answer. My brother started calling, and I finally answered, and he said, "Mom's been looking for you for the past 4 days." It was like my moment of surrender. It was time for me to come home and get help. That was the first time I asked for help in all those years. My biggest regret really is the disappointing of my parents. Some of the situations I put my oldest daughter in. It's tough making up for lost years, but I know I don't ever want to go back to that. I regret getting thrown out of college. I'm sorry I disappointed my parents. I'm sorry I disappointed everyone. I regret throwing away my dreams. I'm sorry I put my daughter in bad situations. Our lives are in our own hands. We can take control of our lives and turn it around. Now is the time.
Jason Relogio is a peer recovery navigator and peer specialist. He's a chairman for both the recovery work group of the Cambria County Drug Coalition and the Community Support Program. He also leads advocacy efforts for both mental health and substance use disorders.